What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Titty Milk Tea Party episode 3. My name is Jordan with Lads Play. If you haven't seen the previous 2 episodes of this, go ahead and watch them. I'll leave the link in the description. Alright, let's do this shit. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace, which I'm sure is slow and agonizing, you fucking dude. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book like some sort of nerd.
Get those nerds! Nerd! Nerd!
I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance to pounce on my dick. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet, probably looking for her manga.
Nerd!
I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at this time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh shit, Kate, Grump, this is your chance. Go for it. Ah! Crap. I think she noticed me staring at her titties. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so, That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Okay, Grump, come on. She clearly wants to get close to you here, dude. Seize the opportunity. Ah! Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Oh, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. You fucking liar. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Wait a second, so she needs to read the back to figure out what it's about when she's apparently read it already and she's rereading it?
You sit on a throne of lies.
There's an ominous looking eye symbol in the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. Okay, that legitimately sounds interesting. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I would legitimately read that shit. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yeah, that's why it's badass. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Nah, Grump. Yuri is a bad bitch. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Grump? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things, among other things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Okay, yeah, that's actually interesting. I like, I don't know about you guys, but I really like these stories where it's kind of, the villain is the hero of their own story. I think that's a lot more interesting than just, I'm evil to be evil. I'm rambling, aren't I? Yeah, but you know what? I don't really have a choice but to listen to you. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Uh-oh. Shit's about to get dark. Maybe a bit spooky. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Oh, okay, that's not what I expected. I expected shit to get spooky. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there then. That's, I really don't think you need to worry. I would disagree, Grump. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just go get that book. I quickly retrieved the book I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit on your lap, right? I slip onto Yuri's lap. Ah! Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. It's okay, everybody's first time is a little bit awkward. That is, reading in company with someone. Yeah, okay, that too. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. She's staring directly at my dick. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Aw, that's fucking cute. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I didn't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri, then I hold my book more in between her titties. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching!
It's in. Oh my god, it's in.
It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold open the book. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ooh, we're getting close now, guys. I think Grump is in it. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after flip it to the side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's pussy and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page, I mean. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. This guy has never been laid in his life, has he? My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but I thought maybe we could go into that manga closet back there and bump some uglies. I mean, the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see it in your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent in some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Grumph, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Well, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. ... I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. ... I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Oh, right, I forgot about that. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you? I guess I don't really have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. You fucking dropped the ball, Grumph. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Oh boy, did I. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everybody's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh, okay, so I get to choose. Okay, I'll go neighbor girl first. I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. ... This is a good poem, Grumph. Are you sure it's your first time? Grumph's been around the block a few times, you know what I'm saying? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be willing to write poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you really are a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Grumph. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motivation here. You know what I'm saying? Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much it means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Okay, yeah, okay. You're probably that motherfucker who's all like, I didn't even study for the fucking test, and then fucking gets 90%. Fuck you! We'll see about that. Alright. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't always just answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It just came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Alright, next I'm gonna go with Doki. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. I'll show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. You know what? You know what this fucking reminds me of? This actually reminds me of, like, Where the Sidewalk Ends, like Shel Silverstein. Like, yeah, I used to read those books when I was a kid. They were pretty good. Yeah, I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just being honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. I hate high school. I hate you. I hate you, Dad. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, but then it made me fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Guess not. I decide to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright everybody, thank you for joining us for episode 3 of Doki Doki Literature Club. If you like this video and want to see more, you know what to do.